Hey, everybody, welcome back to Morning Talk with Mike and Paul. Yeah,
Yoo-hoo!
he's recording live from England. Merry
I'm
old
recording
England.
nothing.
I don't think you can call it merry old England anymore. They got a lot of problems over there.
It's pissed off England at the minute.
It's there you go. Hey, it's 8:30 in the morning. I got my coffee. Don't have my and I had to turn it around because I didn't want to piss off our friend down in Houston. Actually, he's in Alaska right now. There you go. Look at that one. Looking
Yeah,
good, Paul.
it's on the other side of that one.
There you go. But yeah, Jesse and Lisa, they're in Alaska, along with a whole bunch of other people enjoying themselves on a cruise. I wish them that they have a great time.
I hope they have a fantastic time. And from the videos I've seen, they are.
Yeah. And well, at least now Jesse, Tony and Joni can quiet down and stop saying, "Hey, Jesse, wish you guys could come up to Canada," because they were in Canada yesterday on the train. So,
Wendy, that would be the biggest second mistake the Americans have ever had. Second only to Joe Biden.
yeah. Oh, Gap, yeah. He's an idiot. But anyway, I pinned the link at the top. Please come on up and join us on panel. Today, we're going to be talking about a very sensitive subject
Fuck 'em.
in several ways. We're going to be talking about the Catholic school shooting up in Minneapolis. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. I have very strong views that you might be prevalent to. So
do I.
If you are very thin skinned, this may not be the morning show for you. But needless to say, we are going to talk about it because that's what Morning Talk's all about. And, you know, first of all, I just want to say prayers out to all the families, to the children, to the adults that were injured, and the two children that lost their lives due to a deranged person that's obviously had some serious mental issues. And this person, I'm going to use the word person because this person was confused. Parts of the manifesto people have leaked out. And this person had some serious issues. And I will tell you that they made certain that they said the shooter had a rifle, a shotgun, and a handgun when they did this, and dispersed 100 rounds into that church. And Minneapolis, the leaders up there, oh, I wish you'd stop using the word church and yada, 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 yada. But that's what it was. And it's just, it's heartbreaking that some of the things that this person had published threw up some serious red flags and nobody did nothing about it. And that's the sad part about it. But we're going to get into that today. I want to welcome everybody in. We got 10 people in here. I want to welcome you guys in this morning because I forgot to, let me reduce that. Let me come over here. Highlight this. Copy it. Share it. Put it on there. Oop. I screwed
I
up.
have to. While you're sorting that, I've got two questions.
Yeah.
As an Englishman, we no longer have the right to bear arms. So my question is, when this person decided to become trans,
Yeah.
why wasn't there a red flag? It's a mental disorder. They should have had their firearms license revoked.
You know, my thoughts are that people have the right to do whatever they want to do as long as they don't hurt somebody else in doing that. And this person identified as a female, although he was born a male. And legally, they can do what they want as a legal adult. The person was 23 years old, can do what they want. I've always said there's such a thing as being too free, and your laws in being too free support their right to do that. Is there a coalition or a thing there that if you were born a male and you identify as a woman, is there some kind of mental illness at play? Is the person just confused? Is that how that person actually feels? I don't know. You know,
My point is, his license should have been revoked until all that was sorted.
well,
His gun should have been
the
confiscated.
problem with that is that we find out in the investigation is that the person identified and went to court and legally changed their name from Robert to Robin, and wanted to be known as she, as a female, and that's legally 100% okay. You can change your name to, Princess Banana Hammock if you want. I don't know, because Phoebe did that on Friends. And her husband, he changed his name to Crap Bag. So you can legally do whatever you want in that aspect.
Well, the other issue is
Here goes Terry.
the other issue is HIPAA,
And there's HIPAA, yeah.
because we have laws that protect people's health information,
Yeah.
and a psychiatrist isn't necessarily going to say, "Oh, this person had an issue," and then go report it to the state.
Unless the person verbally said that
Unless
they're going
they-
to kill somebody.
Right, unless they actually say they're going to do harm to others.
Then they have a duty to report it.
Right. And nobody ever reported this person.
Yeah.
So if they're
Not even the mom.
right, and then the red flag law doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like one law prohibits the other one to take effect. So anyway.
Yeah, well, the main law there that needs to change is as soon as they change their name from him to hers, that license should be revoked.
Well, and we're going to talk
They
about
should
that.
they should have to apply again.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Yeah. But let's get to saying hello to people. Merns Pacquiao came in. There's Rona. Welcome in.
There's Danielle.
There's Jen. There is Tamara over at Heartland Headquarters with Dink and Tank. Welcome in. Maria Garcia. Welcome in, my friend. There's Shane Raza. Dress TV. There's Nay Smile. Gertie Senna. Crystal's Adventures is here. Leela and Layla, welcome in, my friends. Of course, there's reporting live from England is Paul Honeyman. I need to get a picture of you holding a coffee cup so I can put you on the thumbnails. Just do one in a different shirt every day. Peace. You know what that means, right? They started doing that in Europe after World War II.
Yeah, but they started doing it that way. That way means something totally different.
But do you know what that means?
That over here is victory in Europe.
No, that means we beat you twice.
You know, we're not the Germans.
Well, no, that's what we're saying. We beat the Germans twice. Hey, there's Wendy over at Hardneck Farms. Welcome in, Wendy. There's Jorlyn. Welcome in. Hey, Camping Cage Free. There he is. Welcome in, brother. Let's see.
I don't sound like a typical Englishman, Danielle.
He's a very disgruntled Englishman. Not to call you a Frenchman. Hey, there's Ovita Navarro. I know. How do I mute Paul? How do I mute him? Oh, wait.
Totally could, but no.
Wait. What were you saying, Paul? I can't hear you. I can't hear you, brother. There, I heard that.
Yeah. Bend over, you'll feel it.
Yarn. Come in, Rebecca. Oh,
Terry loved that message I sent.
It's going to be a good one today. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I don't think he can pull California.
I don't know. He's pulling all the Liberals.
Yeah.
Anytime they bend over, he's giving them a pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Say hello to Danielle. David's Danielle. Don't have a clue.
There's Roadkill Ron.
Pretty has something to say.
Hi, Pretty.
Hi, happy anniversary today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's our anniversary.
And you never told me?
I didn't. I didn't want to make a big deal about it, you know.
You don't, but the missus might.
See,
happy anniversary to both of you.
We have 2 anniversaries, the 28th and the 29th, because we have our court paperwork that says the 28th, but we actually said I do on the 29th. So we have 2 days that we use. And yesterday was Terry's anniversary, and today's my anniversary. So yesterday, I took Terry to Muskogee, took her out to breakfast, let her have whatever she wanted. We had a great breakfast together. And then I took her to her doctor for her follow-up from...
And I know why there's really 2 anniversaries.
Yeah.
Because I had the same thing, and so did my dad.
Yeah, so each person has their own day. And today, we probably won't do anything because it's my anniversary.
You got married on one day and didn't consummate till the following day.
Oh, we consummated way before that. Anyway.
I was talking about the first married one.
We're all adults here. We know what happens. Yeah. So Roadkill Ron, welcome in.
Well, you got a good one. Terry, I'm not so sure
There's
about.
Lacey saying happy Friday, y'all. Keep going down. Hey, there she is. Don't have a clue. There's
Have a great day, Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, I here's my thing.
Tracy Michael said something.
There's not a whole lot of people. I mean, there probably is a lot of people that save themselves until they get married. But once you've been married once, you learn a few things. And one of the things is you test drive the car before you buy it. And Terry said, I want to test drive that big old 4-wheel drive. And so, I'm not a guy that denies a woman anything. And so she pressured me into having relations before we were married. How many people believe that story?
Not many. Before you continue, Mike?
Yeah.
You missed an important announcement.
What's
Tracy
that?
Michaels, she's gone into hospital. She's having open heart surgery today.
Ooh.
Tracy, from all of us, we're sending up prayers for a speedy and fast recovery.
Yes. People who want to identify as another sex need to be watched anyway. They aren't in their right mind. Yeah, one could say that. And then the fight is on the other side that, they don't believe that there's something wrong. People were just born in the wrong body, yada, 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 on and on and on. But when you have states like Minnesota, that where the governor who ran for vice president all by himself, in my humble opinion, is a wackadoodle, says that Minnesota is the safest place for the LGBTQYX. I don't know all the numbers or the letters. Safe place to live. And then this happens from somebody that identifies as trans. So, is there any safe haven anywhere? And if you really look at it, that community is less than 1% of the total population, but yet has the loudest voice.
Have you heard this one?
Yeah.
Have you heard this one? What do you call a lesbian on fire?
A what?
A lesbian on fire.
I don't know.
An LGBTQ.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Danielle, I'm going to tell you something. I know by watching the lives that you guys proofread every comment Paul puts up in the chat. But here, he is lucid, unfiltered on the morning talk. So this is going to be like an overload for a lot of people. Okay? Because your comment is your comment, and your belief
So like you saying that now, she's already gone.
And, oh, is she?
Yeah, she's gone back to work.
See, you chased her out of here.
No.
Yes, prayers for Tracy Michael. She's been a longtime friend of the channel, and we absolutely love her, and our prayers will be with you. And Terry goes in for surgery on the 29th of September.
My prayers are always with Terry.
So she's going to go in there and have surgery after they did that exploratory thing that she had done. They say you need to go in there and we need to do a full upgrade of your lady parts. So she's going to go in there for that. O'Rourke's Littlefield. And it's Kevin's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Birthday, Kevin.
Hey, Ed. Whistle stop Homestead's in.
Yeah.
There's a quick.
She
There's
drops
a
here.
very,
She's listening, but she's working at the same time.
yeah.
She's a multitasker.
There's a very easy. I've told you this before. There's a very easy way to find out if they're male or female. Kick them in the bollocks. And if they still say they're female, kick them again.
Yeah.
They'll
Well,
soon-
look,
they'll soon-
somebody did something that says, what hurts more, giving birth or getting kicked in the nads real hard?
It's
of
easily
course-
getting kicked in the nuts.
Of course, it's getting kicked in the nads hurts worse than having a baby. Everybody knows that because no man comes back and says, can I have another kick in the balls? So it has to hurt worse.
Yeah, because the women always want a second and a third.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm going to get to the bottom of this real quick here. Yeah. And that's probably a true statement here on this live. Hey, there's Mary Yahoo. Welcome, in, my friend.
You gotta be careful she doesn't jump out the cupboard.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lacey. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Danielle. It is a big deal. I agree. We've been married 16 years today.
How the hell did she do it?
And well, Terry was talking yesterday to Brittany. She goes, it doesn't even feel like 16 years. I said, when you're married to something like this, oh man, time flies. I'm a delight. I am a delight.
I'm so glad I wasn't eating.
Thank you, Roadkill Ron. I don't know what's wrong with this.
Terry's the delight in your partnership.
Yeah. No, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, that's not what Mama says. Her mom absolutely loves me.
Who, Jamie's?
Huh?
Jamie's.
No, my mother-in-law loves me.
But you've just put that up there and then come out with that comment.
Yeah. I'm a delight. Because here is my best quality. Terry says, I think of others before I think of myself. But my downfall is I don't like help from other people.
Yeah.
But I like to help other people. Is that a sickness? Is there something
No.
mentally wrong with me?
No. That's
No.
your individual. That's your personality.
I think I wasn't like that as a young man. It was all about me until my son was born. My oldest son, Mike, was born. And they had pictures of me because I was overwhelmed with the birth of my son, both of my sons.
You missed what that's it.
Because when the doctor handed me my son, I was sitting there looking at him, and this feeling,
No, sorry, I'm laughing at Jamie.
overwhelming feeling of holding my child was emotionally more than I've ever had to deal with in my life. And I think my life changed then. I thought of others before myself because they're your children. You want the best for them. I was the provider, and I did everything. I did without so they could have. I think that if every man felt that way, we wouldn't have fatherless children in the world, because it was an absolute stepping stone in the development of my life. So to be a better guy. Hey, there's Tuber Chat. Welcome in. Glad you're in here.
Don't worry, Tuber. He's only 15 minutes late.
Yeah, that's all right.
Were you in there when she gave birth to your son?
Huh?
Were you in the room when she gave birth?
Oh, I was there.
There is nothing better than watching your child come into the world.
Yeah. The only thing that affected me was my first wife, when she had our son, had to have what they call an episiotomy. And that, I go, whoa, not a good picture. So yeah, that was kind of shocking. And Eureka Springs, Arkansas is a gay place now, totally. Well, that's where Terry and I got married, is Eureka Springs, Arkansas, back in August of 2009. Back then, it was just a biker's haven. I mean, bikers come from all over the place to go to Eureka Springs back then. And now she's telling me this, and that's where Tim and David go on their bikes.
Well, let's put it this way. We've got a place very similar to that over here. And it's down on the south coast.
Yeah, and I am very lucky. I am very lucky. I am a very blessed man. I can't say anything negative about that.
You missed what Ed said. He said, and I state.
Wait. Who? Hang on. A whistle stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, Paul, after what he just said, I'm glad I'm wearing boots.
Oh. I just don't get it. I don't understand wanting to be a woman. I am so
with a woman.
My husband, Tom, I just don't get the plumbing isn't right. Well, I agree. And I don't know what it's like to be attracted to the same sex. I don't know. And
you don't.
Yeah, I mean,
why not? Have you not watched TV for years? Have you not seen Matthew McConaughey?
It's kind of like Terry's best friend that she grew up with her whole life, and still to this day they are such good friends. And she is gay. Do they call it gay, or is she lesbian? I don't know. I don't know the term.
Yes,
right.
They call it gay.
And Terry's been with her through relationships and breakups and all kinds of stuff. And so Terry understands better than I do, because but I don't know. So I can't go and say, like an alcoholic, stop drinking. All you got to do is stop drinking. And how do you stop somebody from being attracted to whoever they're attracted to? I don't know that answer. And I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it feels like to be a drug addict, an alcoholic, whatever. But I have my opinion, and maybe it's too insensitive because I am hetero, and they're not. But again, like I've said before on our programs, There's nobody on this planet that is allowed to judge anybody, because I don't believe that God or Christ ever gave anybody the permission to judge somebody. I think it's their job. And we'll find out. You're either you get thumbs up, or you get a big thumbs down and you take the elevator. I don't know. But we do know what right and wrong is. And that's why they gave you free agency to choose how you want to live your life. But when your life infringes on other people, that's when people have a problem. That's when I have a problem. And when you try to push me into your delusion, okay, when you say you have to believe this way, then that's when you have a fight. That's when you say to your daughter, you will not date that boy. And what happens most of the time? To defy you? Yeah. Then you become a grandma or a grandpa, depending. So, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Whistle stop. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Yeah, doesn't seem like it, man. When you think back, the years just fly by because life takes over.
Yeah, life flies by when you're having fun. That's why my life drags on.
Am I missing anybody? There's Rainy Ridge. Welcome in, Tina. Could be Eric, could be Tina.
Oh, Diana's just popped in.
Who was that?
Diana D's garden.
Big Mike, check your volume. I can barely hear you. Wow. Am I weak on your end, Paul?
No, I turned you down.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I told him that I know.
Okay. Sorry. It can only go out at one volume on my end.
I didn't know if I was going to be on today, actually. My computer decided to blow a fuse the other night.
Oh.
That's all right. As soon as it happened, the first thing I did was jump in my car, go straight down to the local hardware store, come back with a 5 amp, 13 amp, and a 2 amp fuse.
Oh, and Eureka Springs. It's obviously around town. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I get it. As Christians, that's the belief. As Islam, that is the belief. And I don't understand the protest I see in Gays to Free Palestine, because if you were over in the Middle East, you'd just be killed. That's part of their religion. You can't lay with another man or another woman. You will be exterminated, as they call it.
Stay safe and trust in God, Tracy. Continued prayers. She's going to have to catch up later. If you think that's funny, you wait till you go 2 down.
Oh, man. Which one?
The one I put up.
Oh, man. Paul.
Hey, I do love a good taco. And I've never had Mexican.
Hey, there's these garden adventures. Diana, welcome in.
Glad
you're here. And again, guys, I put the warning in the description if you don't read it. This is adult conversation. Your opinion matters. What is this? it was a bigger plan by a demonic cult to take out another woman and replace them with I don't know what that word is. Baphomet.
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 Hey, there's Molly.
Do not ask me what it means because I do not have a bloody clue.
Yeah. I don't either. And yeah, 100%. Nobody has the right to judge you. I can hear an echo on your end, Paul.
I haven't done anything.
I don't know, but I heard an echo. Yep, nobody has the right to judge. And if you are one of those people, I hope you get slapped on the hand when you go through the gates, because nobody left you in charge. Yes, we will. And again, we will be praying for you in your surgery, Tracy. And just remember, we love you very much. Hey, Shirley, welcome in. How far away am I from the bottom, Paul?
About 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes?
Yes. Late, and that cutie, Lazy P. Summers, has just said, Paul, the Baphomet is the satanic statues.
But then when you're a jurist on a jury, we are to judge that brings such conflict. Well, but I do remember reading somewhere that we are to obey the laws of the land.
Yes.
And sometimes they come in conflict with our religious beliefs. I truly believe that. But we are to obey the laws of the land. If you're forced into it, yeah, you can go on jury and say, hey, I'm a Christian or whatever, and I don't have the right to judge anybody, and see what happens. They may say, you're excused. I always tell them that I'm a former police officer and I believe strictly in the rule of law. And they usually 100% over my many years of being on the earth have dismissed me from jury duty. Yeah, one side or the other. The prosecution says, oh, yeah. Defense says, oh, no, you got to go.
Of course,
so I've never sat on a jury in my 65 years on this earth, 64 years on this earth.
I've been called twice. The first time I went up and says, I believe in the death penalty. Straight off it.
Hey, I'm at the bottom.
Yep. Second time, I didn't have to go. Medical exemption.
Hello, Shirley. And there's Eligio. Welcome in. Glad you're here. And we are at the bottom. I'm waiting to, let's see. I'm waiting to see if I have to serve on jury. Oh, wow.
Wendy, yeah. I'm betting that's what your husband says every night. She's a pain in the butt.
There you go. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up my notes here. So a gunman who opened fire on a Catholic school has been identified. 2 children were killed and 18 others were injured in a shooting Wednesday morning at the Annocation Catholic Church in what police are calling a deliberate act of violence. Wow, that didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, right? So on the backstory, at 8:27 a.m. on August 27th, the shooter identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman approached the Catholic church and school in Minneapolis on the exterior side of the building and began shooting through the windows towards children and worshipers who were sitting in pews during Mass that was celebrating the first week of school. Okay, that's what they do at Catholic church, at church schools. The shooting was the shooter was armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, and shot off more than 100 rounds into the church. There were 20 victims as a result of the shooting. 2 children, 8 and 10, were fatally shot. Another 15 children between 6 and 15 were injured by the gunfire, and 3 adults in their 80s who were attending mass were also shot. All remaining victims are expected to survive, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hare said on Wednesday. So you have this person that comes in, and at first they don't know who the person is, okay, when they first get there, and shoots 100 rounds into the church, not giving a care who the bullet hit or anything. But the strange thing is that person who did the shooting had a relationship with that church and that school. Okay. And if you're thinking anything other than this person is deranged, my opinion is you might need to go get some professional help, because when you have to be a special kind of something mentally wrong, that your victims are children and you know they're in there. Okay. And yeah. So what do we know? Okay. So what we do know is the shooter died from self-inflicted gunshot wound in the parking lot after shooting up the school. So the second part is the person's a coward. They took their own life. Okay. They took their life. And if you want to say anything other than they're a coward or they're deranged or anything like that, again, seek mental help. I support that. That you would choose that as your target. Now, what we do learn from the manifesto that has been leaked out is this person, Robert or Robin, whatever, was fighting with the choices that this person made in life and was struggling hard with it. That in one part of the manifesto that she couldn't believe that she was somehow that person was saying something, how they were brainwashed into thinking the way they thought. So I'm not really grasping the concept of the statement that they would say something like that. They made the choices. Okay. And this is what many people who at a young age, however they were convinced that they were trans, they were someone other than what they were born with. A lot of people who wake up, get help, and are interviewed saying that was the worst mistake of their life. And a lot of them made permanent choices that you can't go back from. And I mean, physically, with the medications, the hormones, the surgeries, and then they go, whoa, wait a minute. And that's one of the fights that is out there, is that nobody can make this decision for anybody under the age of 18. Okay? And doctors who do surgery on children under the age of 18 should lose their medical license. In my humble opinion, they should lose their medical license. Parents who make those decisions because, I don't know, they wanted a daughter, but they got a son, or they got a daughter and they wanted, whatever. I don't think there's certain things parents have a say-so in, but to change the whole physiology of a person's body and all that stuff, because they have a hunch, oh, he really wants to be, because he's playing with dolls and stuff like that. So what?
Let them play with them.
Let them make the decision. Now, I get it. Kids at school are very, very cruel. Okay? But it is, I think moving towards a law. Hey, Butt Nugget, welcome in. Sorry about that. What did she say?
He wants to go bowling for some reason.
Under age 25. Because when you're under 18, your brain is not fully developed. You're still doing things that, making bad decisions just normally in life. Okay. Yeah. That is a true statement. I don't think that parents should, hey, I want you to go to this school and not that school. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want, you shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be starting fires. You shouldn't be doing this and whatever. Yeah. Parents, we got a hard job raising children nowadays. I get that. But to make these changes in their physical body, because you have command and control over your child, that I don't think should be part of a parent doing something like that. And if you do that and you mutilate your child, you should pay the penalty for that. So, but that's just me. Okay. Call me crazy Mike. I just don't think that people should have a right in that aspect. Sadly, a parent whose kid has tried to off themselves because they are the wrong sex will do anything to keep them alive. Yeah, I get that. But what happens later in life, and what we're seeing is people acting out as adults, hurting other people. So I get it. I absolutely get it. And that is sad that it gets to a point where someone thinks they have to take their lives because they're not happy with who they are. Maybe there's a deeper rooted issue than being a male or a female. I don't know what that is. I'm not a professional, although I do play one on TV here. But it's crazy. The brain stem disconnects from the spinal column, and 18 does not reattach till 25. Research. Yeah. There's something. She was a helicopter mom. I was like their best friend and involved in their lives and blah, blah. Yeah. So, I was different. I was not my kid's best friend whatsoever. my belief was I was the parent. I was not their best friend. I will tell you later in life, we became very good friends. I am very good friends with my daughter. She is like my wife's one of her best friends in the whole world. But I believe kids need they need a parent more than they need a best friend.
Mike,
Okay?
I'd love to be best friends with your daughter.
I know you would. Her husband would think differently about that.
I know he would. My daughter's already told the rest of the grandparents, I ain't going to be the one that babysits. And she wants me to do it the same. She wants me to do it the same way that I raised her.
Yeah.
I wasn't her best friend as a kid until she was 14 years old.
Yeah, I mean, there is some reasoning behind that. I get that. My boys would come to me because they knew I wouldn't sugarcoat the answer for them.
Yeah.
They wanted the truth out of me, and I told them,
You will get one as soon as
they
she
had their phone. I paid for their phone, and I said the day you do not pick up that phone when I call you, I don't give a crap if you're in school or not. I'm shutting it off because I just had a plan. I said, hey, I want to be able to call you and shut that phone off. And AT&T says, we have a parent plan for that, and shut it off a month at a time. It was one of my boys' thing was they would tell their friends, go ask my dad. My dad will tell you. I mean, hey, Mr. Omer, blah, 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 blah. I said, your parents are blowing smoke up your butt. Okay. Here's the truth. And of course, parents call me, hey, why would you? I said, don't freaking lie to your kid. So, and when you lie to your kids and they find out the truth, then they don't trust you at all. Okay. Just remember that part of it. Yeah. But there's a thing in a family dynamic where the mother is the one with the love, with the coddling, teaching boys what love really is, teaching girls what love should be. But a man has to raise boys to be men. If they're not, then they act out and do what they're doing out on the streets right now. And that's part of the fatherless homes. I believe that's just me. Girls, a man should show a daughter what being a man is really like, what she should be looking for in a husband, someone who takes care of the family, somebody who protects the family, somebody that is honest. Okay. That is our job as men. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. And I truly believe that the acts of a father, acts of a husband, will rub off on your children. And when they're out there looking for a husband, they're going, man, this dude is sillier than the day's long. Or, this is not what I am pictured a man to be, a protector, a provider, and you can be a feminist, you can be whatever you want. But when you're choosing a husband, and it seems like nowadays, marriage in a lot of respects is like a sporting event. You go in there and you do whatever, and you say, "Oh man, I'm done. I quit. I don't want to play this sport no more." And they're throwing marriages away because they're too hard. Okay, you got to show them what making a marriage actually is like. So that's just my humble opinion. And I tried to do, I didn't have a long time with Brittany, but what I did try to do is treat her with respect as a woman, as a young lady. And that is, well, one of the things I did learn between Brittany and Terrie is two women cannot occupy the same space and time in the same household when they're both adults. So Brittany turned 18, she graduated, she was gone. The boys couldn't get rid of them for nothing. I mean, they stayed till in their 30s.
And that's because Mom said, no, they're not going.
Well, no, there was no mom. There was just me. Because I married Terrie in 2009. My boy one was born in 89 and the other one was born in 86. And they were grown men when they met Terrie.
And they thought, oh, hello.
And it was yeah. It was it's kind of a different thing when you're a stepmom when you have kids that are adolescents, you know what I mean? Younger children and being, having a stepmom, but having a stepmom and you're a grown ass man is not the same relationship. Although they do talk and they get along and ask advice and blah, blah, blah. Well, they did. My little son, Mike, he died.
Minty Cactus has joined us.
Who's that?
Minty
Cactus. Welcome in, my friend. Out there in the Tucson area. Every time Terrie sees her, I'll watch Minty Cactus. And she loves the scenery behind her house. And she goes, "Oh, I miss Arizona so much." It's all I ever
go back.
Because Terrie's one of those people, she just go walking out in the desert and stuff like that. But anyway, it is hard. But what we do know right now is the shooter's dead, killed himself.
One-way ticket straight to hell.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hare said that the suspect did not have an extensive criminal history and purchased all the guns legally,
yep.
Noting that the suspect did purchase them recently. Purchased all three firearms recently. I don't know what that means recently, but that means
within the last 6 months.
She had to fill out an ATF for each one of those, and they had to run the background checks before they could pick them up. I don't know what state law is. I was an FFL dealer at one time. I worked for the government. I had a gun store within an outdoor recreation program, and we used to order guns and receive them in when people would order them and stuff like that. I was required to clear them through the state of Colorado and the FBI and ATF. So, and as an FFL holder, we don't make that judgment, or maybe there is no training other than how to fill the form out and stuff like that and how to process it and things like that for an FFL dealer. Now, you have to be cleared by the FBI, the ATF, and all that stuff before they'll issue you an FFL license. All right. When I had one, I served the military. most everybody would come back okay. We did have instances where people had restraining orders placed against them, and they were military, and they would get denied and stuff like that. Never had one coded for a mental question about mental acuity or anything like that with them. Had civilians that were like retired and stuff like that. They got in trouble with the law and they were denied. But this person bought them, filled out the FFL forms, passed them. So there was nothing noted mentally wrong, no red flags and stuff like that. In 2019,
That's where they messed up.
In 2019, the shooter legally changed their name from Robert to Robin. The name change filing states that the shooter identified as a female and wanted her name to reflect that identification, according to court records obtained by the police. Federal officials have referred to the shooting as transgender related, according to the Associated Press. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry decreed hatred. Let me scroll up. Hatred being directed at the transgender community during the news conference would not be tolerated. So that was important to them.
There's no need to hate them.
No, hate the person, not the game. You know what I mean? The shooter's mother previously worked at the Catholic school. Okay. A Facebook post from the school says that she had left the school in 2021. Minneapolis police chief said on Thursday, confirmed the shooter had also attended mass at the Catholic Church previously and attended the school also. So the shooter,
you're cracking up here, Mike,
knew about the church, attended there. Her mother worked there. Okay. So she had a personal relationship with that school. And in the manifesto, there was some anger towards the school, trying to say that what she was believing was, as a Christian, was wrong, and that, whatever. And that built up in her, the mental side of her brain. And she previously attended school. The shooter also attended the St. Thomas Academy in her freshman year of high school. So there you go. She was being raised school-wise in a Catholic setting, while still being, having this push me, pull me thing, male, female, in the brain and stuff like that. But then when she got out, she changed her name and identified as a female. Authorities are still investigating why the shooter targeted the school and church. I just read why. Okay. Yeah. There's no guns at the school or the church. Okay. They're vulnerable. You have this thing playing off in your head and you want to take it out on somebody. So you took it out on children because you knew there would be no pushback. Okay. And then I don't know what the thought process is after. And I don't think anybody will know. And then went out in the parking lot and offed herself, killed herself with one of the weapons that she had in her hand, or firearms. The FBI update says, in an update earlier on Thursday, FBI Director Kash Patel said the FBI continues to investigate this barbaric attack, noting they have gathered evidence demonstrating that this was an act of domestic terrorism motivated by a hate-filled ideology. and I'm guessing they read the entire manifesto that this person left online, and nobody said nothing. And it was up there for a while, and shows that people have read it, and nobody said nothing. Patel provided the following updates on the investigation into the shooter's motive. The shooter left multiple anti-Catholic, anti-religious references both in the subject's manifesto and written on the subject's firearms. So they took the time to write things on the magazines, the weapons, all that stuff. So thinking this thing out, right? The shooter expressed hatred and violence towards Jewish people, writing "Israel must fall, free Palestine," and using explicit language and hatred related to the Holocaust. The shooter wrote an explicit call to violence against President Trump on a firearm magazine. Patel said this investigation is ongoing. The FBI will employ all of our counter-terror tools to ensure this is fully investigated and deterred. Okay. But the governor of Minnesota says we are a absolute cornerstone, safe haven for the transgender and LGBTQ community. And then
Can I bring something up now?
What's that?
They hate the Jews because of the Holocaust. The Jews didn't have a pissing choice about it.
Yeah.
They were the victims.
Yeah.
Palestinians need to go to hell. It's all Islam trying to get rid of the Jews.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I stand with Israel.
Yeah. I don't know, Wendy. I mean, possibilities, probabilities, I don't know. If that is,
maybe that's why he thought he was a she.
Yeah, killed himself. Continued prayers for the families. You bet. I mean, I know what it feels like to lose a child. Granted, he was 34 years old, but he was still my child. Okay. And when he died, all I could think about was, like I said at the beginning, holding him when he was born, and never ever feeling that kind of love for any person. And then when a parent loses a child, it is just like they just ripped your soul out. I don't care what age they are, or what they did or whatever. And in this case, parents sending their kids to school, it's the first week of school. They made a conscious decision to say, hey, this is what the type of school that's best for my child. And then losing that child to senseless violence like this, because this person was obviously mentally confused from Jump Street, and wanted to blame somebody, and took it out on children. And that is unforgivable. Yeah, it is. I mean, the manifesto was up there for a little while. In fact, her mother even read it. Nobody called anyone. Nobody reported anything. And that right there should be, if you have the red flag law, you're bound to report it. So, yeah, I agree 100%. Oh man. Yeah. Kind of You know, when I was a police officer, I could handle car wrecks and stuff like that, adults, blah, blah, blah. But when there's a child involved, it just freaking break my heart every single time.
Yeah.
So, and I just wish I wish I could read that entire manifesto. And you know, we probably never will. They've already ripped it down from YouTube, and I don't know if anybody else. I guess if you pass it, they probably have something on YouTube or Facebook that will scan that and take it down immediately once you pop it up. But yeah. And people that didn't say anything that went in there and left comments on it and blah blah blah. Yeah, they're just as guilty because they let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, never easy in life when you lose a child. Yeah, I agree. It's a pain that
You should have read the one above that one.
Yeah, I remember when you lost your stepson. Yeah, it does. It hurts. It hurts something fierce.
Thankfully, I haven't lost any of mine yet. The closest thing I've got to that is losing my brothers.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this today. I want to celebrate the lives of those children that were lost. The only comfort I have in my thoughts is, you know, bring those little children unto me.
Yeah.
And they're sitting on the lap of Christ right now.
And the only thing I can say to that is the kids might be sitting on the lap of Christ, but he will never get there.
No. No.
He was sent straight from Satan. Yeah,
Oh,
the families always do the hurting.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Lost my first brother when he was 6 months old.
Yep. You know, that's I talked at my mother's funeral, and all my sisters, I got 6 sisters, and they said, we want you to speak up there. And I wasn't prepared for anything. I didn't know what to say. And it is, as humans, we're emotionally very selfish people. And hurt is the selfishness that we feel when we lose somebody. We don't want them to die. We keep them on life support as long as we can. Knowing that if me as a Christian, when somebody passes, their spirit is lifted up to heaven. But we don't, I think sometimes we forget about that. You know, ascending up to glory. And maybe this is hell where we're living and we're being tested. I don't know. We will never know. You can be a preacher. You can say whatever you want. You don't know. You can only know what's written and read. Okay? And I get that. And you can translate it over and over anyway and skew it however you want to. And you could be a preacher, you can be a person, you could be whatever. But we don't know. And God made it that way. And when the veil is lifted and everything is revealed to you when you ascend to heaven, that's when you'll know. So don't be a judge. Don't be a judge of anybody's life. It's not your place. You can have your opinion. That's why he gave us free agency to choose as we want to, because that's all part of the judging here on earth. I'm a Christian. I believe that. You may not be, and that's fine too. And everybody calls God something different in the world. Okay? And I chose
to stop my mother's pain.
Yeah. And I think that if you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're a whatever, Hindi or whatever, I think that if you live a good life, all right, and you try to be a better woman, a better man, I think all children are ascended to heaven. And that's good. I mean, these kids that are 6 and 8 or whatever age they were didn't have a chance to prove themselves. That's why they get a free pass, if you will. And they're living in glory. And I think that
some of them, Tamara, some of them are angels.
Yes.
Some of them are little shites.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, for me, it's hard because I keep thinking about my own kid. And it makes me want to tear up. But don't judge somebody, okay? But be mindful of and the protection of your family, people around you, the ones you love. Don't be afraid to raise that red flag when you see
she's
it.
Noisy today.
It can't hurt you. Who is?
Terry.
She's in there cooking me a breakfast. It's my anniversary.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I take her out to eat. She's going to make me something better than a restaurant can provide.
Wait, did you tell them
I told them.
about the pre-anniversary?
Yes, I did.
And what you did for me?
I did. I took you to the IHOP and to the doctor.
Yeah.
Hey, that was the responsible thing to do. Feed her before she got to bed.
But you didn't show them the video I sent you.
She already seen that one.
No, not Terry. You didn't show these lots.
Yeah, I didn't send you because I didn't want to.
Paul sent it to me.
Oh, he sent it. I didn't know he sent it.
I sent it to both of you.
No, I don't want to show it before.
Paul was trying to cover every angle to get that video to me.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. But just all I can say is love everyone, be on guard, be a protector, be an example for your children to emulate later in life when those decisions come their way. Be honest with your kids. Thank you, Amy. 16 years. Woo!
I'll put this down. Only harm in self-defense or in defense of your family.
Yes. Yeah. Take Terry dancing now. Big Mike don't dance no more. My cha-cha got up and left.
His cha-cha became 2 rails.
Yes, Tamara, you have an amazing weekend also. Medication taken for trans is known as suicidal and murderous behavior. Yeah, I mean, there is something going on there, and the common denominator everybody wants to say is weapons and firearms, but also mental disorders is the common denominator. Yeah, we all do.
People don't kill people.
And one of the things is try your best to be a better person every day. And with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Spend it with your family. It's been raining here in Oklahoma for what, 4 days now or longer, and it's going to keep raining. So we're going to spend some time together. I want to get a video done, but I don't want to sit out in the rain doing a video because it's on my tractor and some repairs that need to be done. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. I want to just say, be kind to one another, help somebody in need, and always think of that. Paul, I want to thank you for being in here, brother. Thank you for your honesty and your clarification of some things that other people don't find funny. But yeah, hey, send me a good picture of you. Send me a picture of you holding a coffee cup, and so I can use it on my thumbnails. And you can email that to me at mthomesteadok@gmail.com. All right. Guys,
do I give a...
See, there you go. Even Wendy, we love you, Paul. You're loved by more people in America than England. He's thinking he's going to post something.
It's funny that the only person that I really care about that loves me is my daughter.
Yeah. There you go. So, guys, we love you. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next video. What's your closing remark?
Kevin, you shut up just because the ladies love me.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.
Have a good weekend, everyone.